I see, I see. But how about my video? Is it visible?
Video also good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Yushi-san. Yes, I'm so happy that it was not like before.
Me too.
Yes, maybe there's a problem of the Skype setting at that time. Mm-mm. Yes. By the way, Yushi-san, how was your day?
Oh, it's as usual. Not so much special, but in Japan, recently the become authentic winter season. So every day I feel so cold. So then, of course, we need a gas stove and some areas accumulate many of the snows. So then, it's influence for the Japanese transportation, especially the airplane. So some areas, airport can't take off the planes for the snowing. So, and anyway, we have a very hard season.
I see. So is it usual, Yushi-san, that when it's snowing on that particular area, especially in the airport, then the plane couldn't take off or couldn't land off?
It's in winter season. It's often. So especially the northern part of Japan and Japanese Sea, Pacific Ocean area is almost no problem, but the Japanese Sea area is getting a lot of snow, so it's usually happen.
I see, I see. So usually, is it in the part of Hokkaido?
Oh yes, this is Hokkaido and the mainland northern part of the Tohoku area.
Oh, I see, I see. And what is the temperature for today's weather?
Our area is maybe around 2 or 3 degrees. So, in my living room, so the early morning, so the 5 or 6 degrees. So. And gas stove is very convenient and soon getting warm, but it needs a lot of cost. So.
Yes, I agree with you, Yoshi-san. Oh, so I see every day, are you using the gas stove for you to get heat?
Yes, so the gas stove is a little expensive than the petrol oil. So but the oil is inconvenient because when I get the oil shortage, so I supply the outside from vessels and it's very troublesome. But the gas stove is always delivered, so it's a very convenience.
Oh, yeah. I see. So is it usual that every people in Japan, especially winter, that you are using gas stove?
The gas stove is not so often. So many of people using oil stove because it's cheaper than the gas stove.
Oh, it's cheaper than the gas stove, but I guess gas stove is convenient than the oil stove, is it right?
Yes, it's right.
Oh, I see, I see. Yes, in the Philippines also we are using gas stove for us to cook. But yeah, I guess right now the price is increasing. Before it was 900 pesos,
Mhm.
but right now I guess it's 1000 pesos.
Yeah. It's every energy
Mm-mm.
increase price. So the most cause is Ukraine wars. So the
Mm-mm.
uh, Russia's wars make
Yeah.
international bad situation. So
Yes, that's right. Yoshisan, especially the oil and the gasoline, because as I've remembered and read in the news, most of the oil and gasoline was from Russia, and then they had that war between Russia and Ukraine, so that's the reason why oil and gases are increasing their price.
you are right.
Thank you, Yoshi-san. I just read that one on the news. I guess last month. Yes, when I am scrolling on the internet. But honestly, I am not really reading into newspapers or into news updates.
Mm.
Yeah. How about you, Yoshi-san? Do you read news every morning?
Of course, for my age, so the long custom to in the morning we read a major newspaper. But recently, the young generation don't take newspaper because their tablet so is enough. They think getting news. So, but older people need older type of newspaper news. So,
I see. So are there still newspaper being sold in Japan?
oh yes, it's Japanese good customs. So the major newspaper company delivers each houses in the morning. So the and it's a good custom. We don't necessarily to buy for that newspapers. So the automatically in the my post box getting every day's news.
Oh, so every morning there's a staff that will deliver to your house and it will be put inside your mailbox.
Yes, so the some delivery man for newspapers early in the morning. So the and maybe the 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning they deliver the every house's newspapers.
Wow. That's my first time hearing that one, Yushi-san, because in the Philippines, we can read the newspapers, but we have to go to the market or convenience store for us to buy. But in Japan, they will deliver in your houses.
Yes, definitely.
Wow, that's really good. How about, do you also pay that one or it's for free?
I don't know. There is newspaper cost is including always delivered money. So the and we don't separate it deliver and newspaper it costs. So that it's always same, including newspaper, including the delivery cost every morning.
Oh, every morning, including the delivery cost with the newspaper.
Yes, yeah.
Wow, that's nice. That's why I really love Japan.
Yes, so it's so
Yeah.
much convenient. So
Yeah, you're right, Yushi-san. Yes, yesterday my brother asked me if I had some newspapers on my in my room, But yeah, actually, I'm not reading newspapers, so I told him to buy in the nearest convenience store. But when he got there, then the owner told us that it's rare to have newspapers because the news updates are usually on the internet or on your tablet, that it will just appear and you can read what's the news update for today.
Okay, but newspapers news is not so fresh. It's, most fresh news is maybe the tablet. So and
Yeah.
following the television, and after that,
Mm-mm.
so the newspaper. But each media has a good point. So the and I actually is to read news from the newspaper because there is a lot of thinking space, room. So writing from the writing. So but getting the news just television or tablet, we don't think so much thinking, just getting take that news. So newspaper is excellent. So the people have to thinking themselves about that news.
Yes, you are right, Yuki-san. I also agree with you because when I was in college, our instructor asked us to buy a newspaper, and every morning or every class of ours, the news update served as our attendance. So maybe yesterday or the day before, we have to get another news from the newspaper, and we have to report that one in front of the class. And if we don't have any news updates or reports, so which means we are absent on that particular subject. Yeah, so I guess for me that's a good practice for us to read news every day.
Very good point.
Yes. By the way, Yoshi-san, have you eaten your breakfast?
Oh yes, of course. So, it's 11 o'clock, so already just before the lunch.
Yeah, just before lunch. So what time do you usually have your breakfast, Yoshi-san?
Around 7, and lunch is around 12, and dinner is around 6. It's a very standard time our family using.
Oh.
Because we are retired person, so the retired person have a lot of the free time. So is setting some kind of schedule. But when I was working and my children go to the schools, it's not so setting. So it's each person has different time arrive. So and meal time is not so setting. So.
So when you are working, you're not setting up the time.
Yes, yeah.
But right now, since you are staying at home and maybe there are things for you to do, so that's why you are setting up time or you are managing your time.
You are right.
Wow. I will tell my grandma on that way too. Yes, but my grandma has a maintenance, so every 4 hours she have to take that medicine, but she always forgot. Yeah, so we have to remind her after 4 hours that she needs to take that medicine for her cholesterol. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Yushi-san, how old are you? Are you 65?
More. So
More?
yes. So
Eh?
not so young. So.
But your voice is so
70s. So over 70s.
Seven.
Yeah, yes.
Over 70. Oh, I see. Yeah, my grandma is 71 years old, but he forgot something. I don't know why, but you were able to communicate well, and you have still the time to manage your limits or doing something. But
I
yeah, I don't
purposely do
know.
that. Of course, I have a tendency to the forgettable, but listen to the main reasons I want to prevent from my senile dementia. So that's why I always have a uh, schedule, and
Mm.
practicing English gets me some kind of good stimulate for my brain.
That's right, Yoshi-san, but I really like your accent and your pronunciation because I can understand well what you are saying.
Thank you.
You are welcome, Yoshi-san. Yes, honestly, I can understand well what you were saying. That's why I learned something from you because I can understand every word. And also, you are participating if we are doing the lesson or if we are doing the dialogue conversation.
Thank you.
You're very much welcome, Yoshi-san. Yes, speaking of the lesson, let me
Okay.
check. Yeah. The lesson for today is for lesson 45. That would be charisma. Is it right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Thank you so much. So we have to talk about what charisma is. Are you ready?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Please go to exercise 1, Yushi-san, and please describe the picture shown below. Thank you.
Okay. In this picture, I can see the one Caucasian young man standing. He's wearing the half-sleeve military suit. Pants is denim jeans and brown shoes. His height is a little short because the bottom part of the pants is folded. He has short black hairs and his both hands into the jeans pocket. His facial expression is a little smiling. I can notice black wristband on his left hand. That's wrist. Maybe the watch. So wristwatch, and
Yeah.
he's making some pose for a camera. I think that
Yeah,
he
that's
must
right.
be the professional model. This room is camera studio because the background is just white, and in spite of bright, but his shadow is very light. That's all.
Yes. Wow, thank you so much, Yushi-san, for describing the picture. Yes, you're right. Maybe the man is a model of these clothes that he is wearing.
Yeah.
So the pants, if you are right. He is folding below. Yes, and he is wearing brown shoes, and of course, he has two hands inside his pocket. So this is the kind of charisma that men or most men been doing when they are taking pictures.
I don't think it's. I don't feel it's a charisma from him.
You don't feel any charisma from him. Yeah, you know what, Yoshi-san? As I've noticed from my grandpa's picture before, yeah, my grandpa was so formal when he's taking pictures. But right now, yes, in my generation, they are making their hair some kind of styles, and then their shirts and their pants, and even they have to cut. Yes, they have to cut it, and I don't understand why. So I asked one of my instructor before, and he told me that maybe because the technology is enhancing, that's why people is enhancing from time to time. Yes. Oh, by the way, Yushi-san, when you can hear the word charisma, what comes out to your mind?
It's a charisma power is a very rare ability. So and it's a very subjective feeling. So some people get some charisma, someone, but other people don't feel that kind of charisma. So the charisma is not objective ability. It's a very subjective ability. So but I think some people has charisma. It's not make effort. It's a priori ability, maybe. So I don't know explain the charisma power. So but some people really feel charisma from some person. So.
Yes, you're right, Yoshi-san. Honestly, when I was in high school, my teacher asked me, "What is charisma?" By the way, Yoshi-san, can you see me? Can you see me well?
yeah, yeah, it's a trouble. So yes, I can see again. So see again. So
Okay. Yeah, because my face was out when I was speaking. Yeah, so when I was high school, my teacher asked me what is charisma all about. And then I answered, charisma is a kind of attractiveness to individual. And she asked me, so look at your classmates and who among the boys you seems that it has a high charisma. And I told her, I guess nothing of them. None of them. Yeah, because I can't even know that that person has the charisma, and I can't describe if that person totally showed up charisma itself or himself. That's why I told my teacher, I guess nothing of them. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Yoshi-san. So let's go on to exercise 2. Which is, we have to read the dialogue. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay. I will be A, you will be B.
Okay.
Okay. Have you met James?
I think I've heard about him, but I don't exactly remember.
He's the most unusual person I know.
What do you mean by that?
You'll understand when you see him.
Is it his physical look?
Not really. There is a positive way that he has of speaking and choosing the words that he will use that's unique. But that's not what I'm talking about.
He seems to be interesting.
Well, he's definitely remarkable, but it actually goes beyond speech. I think it's what people call charisma.
Oh, now I understand what you mean. I'm just full of it, and I'm so tired, you know?
Ha ha ha, what a big joke. Alright, let's do the switch roll.
Okay, have you met James?
I think I've heard about him, but I don't exactly remember.
He's the most unusual person I know.
What do you mean by that?
You'll understand when you see him.
Is it his physical look?
Not really. There's a positive way that he has of speaking and choosing the words that he uses. That's unique. But that's not what I'm talking about.
He seems to be interesting.
Well, he definitely remembers, but it actually goes beyond speech. I think it's what people call charisma.
Oh, now I understand what you mean. I am just full of it, and I am so tired, you know.
Ha 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 ha. That's a big joke.
Alright, thank you, Yushi-san, for reading the dialogue with me. Do you have any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Thank you so much, Yushi-san. So you did well for today's lesson, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Me too.
You're welcome. Thank you, Yushi-san, and I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.